last session we have covered one business challenge overview of an HR use case where we have to find out the top three performing employee of a company based on highest selling criteria. After that, we learned about connecting Tableau into data files and navigating the Tableau window. And one important thing was creating a calculated field. We explored adding labels, colors, and formatting. And I hope that everyone is on the same page till now, whatever we have done. So today, the agenda would be introduction of today's problem. I'll be telling you about one unemployment rate data for United States right from 2005 till 2017. We will be dealing with the data extracts and we'll be understanding aggregation, granularity, and level of detail of data while we visualize the data. We will be creating area chart and learning about highlighting, how it works, how can we highlight a specific portion over the visualized figure. We'll be dealing with how to add filters and we'll be doing hands on how to add quick filters as well. So this is the agenda for today. And anytime if you are having any doubt, you can reach me out, you can ping me. I can do it n number of times till the time you guys are not able to understand, till the time you guys are not able to pick it up. And one important info, you can record this session using a record button present in the bottom left window of your screen. All right, so I'm beginning now. So this is the data set what I have shared yesterday. This is unemployment data for United States of America for uh, a time for a tenure of around 20 years. So it is having four fields as age, gender, period, and unemployed. What is the unemployed number of people during these is, I mean during the criteria of age and during the particular period what is given. So if you guys have an idea over Excel, you might have noticed that this is a kind of pivoted view, what we are seeing here. And this is somehow not easy to eyes because since we are having many repetitions on gender, there are men, men, men getting repeated, and this is not correctly categorized. So for that reason, I mean, it is very hard to do certain kind of calculations into such kind of data. But we'll be using this on Tableau and we'll find how easy it will be for us to perform and process and after that visualize this data so that it will provide data insights and much detail about it. So we have to import this data just as we do. Open your Tableau. So this is your Tableau window once you open it, and this will be the home page where you can where you can connect your database with your servers, as I've told you, with various kind of data files. So here you have to connect it. Excel file, this time we are using an Excel, last time we used a CSV. So this is how it will be going. Navigate to the file where you have stored it, unemployment data. Click on open. Very shortly, once this query would be executed, you will be redirected to the database pane where and you will see the right, yeah, here you'll be able to see four fields what we were just now seeing in Excel, and the same way we can have a preview of it here.
Ayush,
So
sorry for interruption. Students, if you're not following or if you're not able to do it with the same speed as the trainer, please stop the trainer at any point and ask him to repeat once again, okay? You would be happy doing that. Ultimately, we want all of you also to be on the same page along with the trainer. We don't want you to lag, right? Thank you. Yes, Ayush, please go ahead.
Yeah, anytime if you are feeling stuck, you can ask me to stop. I'll repeat it again, and anyhow, I'll be repeating this. So I hope everyone is able to reach out till connection of your data file here. So I'm assuming it as a yes, and see, once you reach out here, you are able to see the screen. You will find two options here, live and extract. We'll be further understanding about these things. What is live connection and what is an extract connection? So this is your data. You are seeing a preview over here. Then once you have to perform any kind of processes, you have to do that into a sheet. So navigate here in the sheet window. Here in sheet, you are able to see the dimensions and measures. As we have discussed, dimensions are the categories and measures are the numerical values used for our analysis. And here in sheet 1, if you right click onto here, you'll find an option to extract data. So what is extract data? Once you do this extract data, what Tableau does is Tableau creates a separate file of the data set and stores it in your local drive. So why it does that? That sometimes when we connect our data source, this connection is set as live connection. So once the connection is live, any sort of calculations or any sorts of processing what you are uh, applying to your sheet, it gets replicated through the main dataset file what you included here, unemployment data. So any changes into unemployment data will be getting reflected here. So it's just a live connection. So here it's not a problem, but the problem arises when you connect it using a live connection to a server or any dynamic data set with what keeps on changing over the period of time. And it can kind of I mean, if the data set is large, if the server having lots of documents, lots of records, it tends to slow our Tableau processing. So for that, we create an extract, we create a replica of those data set and store it in our system. So once you do that, you right click onto it, click on extract data, and keep everything as normal and click on extract. Once you do that, it will ask that where should you store this extract as. So you can click whatever location you desire and click on save. So you can see one more unemployment data file has been generated here. This is the replica of this file, but anyhow you cannot open this file and view the content as this is Tableau extract. Tableau saves it in a form where it can access it. It's not possible for you guys to open it and see the contents, but yeah, the contents are same. If you connect this extract to your Tableau, you'll find the same data copy what is there in unemployment data. So it helps us to uh, to have a better speed when the data is dynamic, right? And one more thing, once you are connected to extract, you can see a symbol change here. So this data set is having a copy here of extract, right? So now we'll be going forward with the processing part of our data set. So here you click on unemployed. So you will see these are the sum of unemployed people over the entire years, and the total sum is around 44 million, 44 lakhs something, right? And once you click on gender, once you click on period, on double clicking of it, you will see that Tableau will automatically plot a graph for you. So here it has understood that gender is a dimension it has moved automatically to columns, and unemployed as a measure, and it has moved it automatically to row just by double clicking it, right? So, but here you are able to see whenever a dimension is understood by Tableau, its color is blue, right? So Tableau automatically understands that this is a dimension, and it will color code it as a blue. Same is the case with measures, and it will be making it as a green. So you can see out the differences here, right? So you can see when you see the timeline 2005, 2006, 2007, it is being segregated on the basis of years, right? Because here the period is as year, but once you do that to month, it will change to month. So now our graph has been changed, and subsequently our axis has also changed to month, right? But the thing is, for every month, what Tableau has done, for every month it has summed all the values for January. So whatever Januaries were there since 1995 till 2016, the Januaries, whatever Januaries, the number of Januaries were there, it has summed all the values and it has pegged it here. So you are able to see in January, when you are hovering, the tooltip is showing information for January, right? For all the Januaries, it has summed up the value. But while you do this, I mean, there are no practical usage of it in analysis. When a statistical analysis is performed over such data set, I mean, why would someone want to see a kind of unemployed rate in particular month or something, right? It has to be scattered across all the period, the maximum granularity of the data spread across through timeline. So once you drop this down, you'll see there are year, quarter, month, day, and again year, quarter, month, and day here, right? So it has been repeated twice. So I mean, what's the difference here? So first one you have seen, once you are doing it here, it will be summing all the values of unemployment data, be it be male, female, for the particular year. And the same way, if you are doing it for month, you are able to see all the unemployed data for the particular month for January, or let's suppose January, for all the Januaries present out there, right? But once you do this to this month, you'll see that the graph has changed. Why is that? I mean, here also we are selecting the month and the graph has changed. One major difference is also there, that it has become green, right? So now Tableau is not categorizing it on the basis of month. It has scattered this month timeline across 2005 till 2015. So if you'll see it, between 2005 and 2006, it has plotted 12 points of various months, and this has made a timeline much more granular, and here the data can be analyzed in much more better way. So just to make you see this, you can see these are the data points what Tableau has plotted for every month till 2005. I mean, from 2005 till 2015, it has plotted January, February, March, all the 12 months for every year, right? And same way, if you are doing month for from the first pane here, you will just see the aggregation of it for particular month, how many unemployment rate was there for all, for the occurrence of this month in all the years, for January in 1996 plus January in 1997 plus January in 1998, so on and so forth till January in 2016, right? So it has aggregated here. But once you are doing the same thing here and you're changing this month here, you'll see the data set has plotted in for every month in a timeline way, right? So this seems that we can do some kind of analysis here, and we feel that I mean, for every month we have a data plotted onto our graph now, right? And since you are able to see that this sum function is applied over it, it is automatically summing all the values out there by using this function. So be it be unemployed data of female, B2B for male. It has summed it all here. Okay, and it has posted out a consolidated value for each month, right? Previously in the first class we have discussed about this analysis pane, and here we talked about what all options are here, like to forecast or to see trend lines, which we'll be covering in detail in the subsequent sessions. There is an option for aggregate measures, right? We just now we talked about that summing of all the values takes place automatically by Tableau, but if you want to see individual values, you have to disable this option, aggregate measures. You have to click on analysis and click on aggregate measures, right? We'll do that, we'll cover it very shortly, but before that I'll just give you 2 minutes to reach everyone here till this point, and if you are having any doubt you can ask me up to till this point, right? So you can start by importing your data set first into data source, and starting using an extract by clicking onto this data set and clicking onto extract data. Once you'll do that, you'll be able to create an extract here, and you can double click on unemployed. I'll just do it again for you. Double click on unemployed, you'll see one bar plotted, and again if you double click on period, it will go to period, but here it is summing up the data into these values. So you can see that for this line what has been plotted, we are having only 1 point across every year, so it is just plotting these points across the line, and we are not having the information present between these years, and it's not that much granular. So for that, if you want to see the information for the entire months present in between these years, you have to drop this down, click on to month, right? Now it has plotted information between month also. I hope I am clear up till this point. If anyone of you are having doubt or you are stuck in the process between, you can ping me.
Is everyone able to come to this point? Can someone share their screen and show whether you are able to do it, so that we get to know or we understand? Any one of you?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, this seems fine. Can you share your screen, Priyanka, and can you make me see where the option is not coming?
You have an option to share screen just beside chat. Please use that and share your screen so that we get to know your problem.
Over here.
Yeah, you are not getting this option to, I mean, as live or extract, because you have not included your data set till now. For that, you have to click on to Microsoft Excel written on the left pane of your window, and import that data set here first, and then only you'll be able to see it. Yeah. See, you got two options there as live and extract, right? And I request everyone, if you are stuck at the initial phase, you could have asked, I mean, please ask it before, because otherwise you'll be lagging behind, and it'll be a loss for you. So next time, please, wherever you are stuck, just ping me. I'll hold on and will let you know and resolve your queries. All right.
Anyone who has not come to this point where you are able to see the graph, you can freely ask it now, because this is the base and we'll be going further, right? So if you miss on this, then you'll not be able to follow the next of the sessions.
Right. I mean, you have paid for this. You are here to learn, and if at all this purpose is defied, there is no point, right? So feel free to ask anytime, and you should follow wherever we are heading to. Everyone is okay? Should we go ahead?
Ayush, I think you can take it ahead because there are no queries that are coming our way.
All right. So I'm presuming that everyone is up till this point and they are able to visualize the graph scattered across this timeline on a monthly timeline. All right. Now I told about this analysis option. Once you, I mean, you are able to know that Tableau is summing up values for every month, and be it be a male, be it be a female, it is just stacking up values, and you are able to see it here, right? But once you uncheck this aggregate measure function, what will it do? All right, wait. I think my screen was not shared. Yeah. Yes, Shreya, there are 2 months option. The first month option is for consolidating values for the particular month. Just now I have told about it. The same way, wait, I'll just tell you. Yeah, the first month option is for adding up values for particular month, like January, for all the Januaries from 1995 till 2015. It will just add a sum here. So the number of Januaries, it will take the values of all the Januaries and it will make the sum here. So this is just stacking the values of January across all the Januaries present in our data set, and it is just adding the values here. So this is for the first option of month here. But once you are selecting the second month, it will plot January in a timeline way. So whatever Januaries are there in 2005, it will plot there same way February, March, and this it will do for each year. So we'll see that our timeline granularity has changed, and we are able to plot our data in a, I mean, there will be more number of data points obviously here, right? So I hope you guys have understood this, and we'll proceed further now. All right. So after unchecking this aggregate measures, you will see that it has become very much cluttered. So what you can do more to understand it is you can drag in this drop down and click on shape. So here you will see many of the circles, and what it indicates is that it has plotted each data point individually. So here it is not doing sum. You'll see that sum option present in unemployed selection here in measures has gone now, and it has plotted each and every individual record here individually, right? So you'll see that it has made a lots of circles here, what sometimes seems very cluttered. So on top of it, you can drag gender into color, and you will see that now it has plotted, I mean, earlier also gender were there, but you can see the differences of two colors here for both the genders, right? So here the men would be blue and women would be orange, and it has plotted the values individually for all the men in every month, in every year individually. It's not aggregating it now, and you can click on each and individual circle to know the information revealed through tooltip, right? To make it more to have more information here, you can uh, you can drag age into shape, right? And you'll see that the shape is also included into this now. So 16 to 19 year is represented by circle, 20 to 24 years is represented by square, and so on and so forth. You'll see that the graph has become very much cluttered, and if you want to focus it here, it's very uneasy to do that. And for that reason we have an option to highlight, right? We discussed in the introduction, we'll be covering this. So if at all, if you want to see only the men here, you'll just click on men into this color legend present on the right side of your window. So once I'll click on this, I'll all the men of respective age, it will get highlighted, right? So Tableau does it very smartly. It just selects automatically and will present you with the selected information in a highlighted way. Same way you can do it for women. So now it is showing you women for different age groups, and this is how it is doing, right? And if you want to highlight 20 to 24 years, since this is a shape, you have to click on this highlight option here, and you will see, right? So this is about highlighting. Are you all up to this point? I'll give you 2 minutes so that you should be able to perform these operations what I just told, and you can ask me anytime wherever you are stuck. I'll tell you once more how we did it. So everyone was still here, and the data points were made in a trend line in this way. Now what you have to do is you have to go onto the analysis pane, and you have to uncheck this aggregate measure option here. Once you do that, you will see that the data points are plotted individually now. For that, to make it more comprehending, what you have to do is click these circles from this drop down. Once you do this, or circle or any shape what you want, I'll go with shape, and the data would be plotted individually for every record present out there. How do we get the data points in line graph? See, line graph, we were there initially, right? Like wait, okay, so this was the scenario. How did we reach? Are you asking this? For that, this is how we began, and just double clicking into unemployed and period, you see a line graph present out here. To make it further granular, you have to select month from here. So we are having data points onto line graph now, right? So but this is a consolidated, these are consolidated ones. These are all stacked ones, but you have to see the individual ones now. So you have to click onto this analysis and uncheck this aggregate measures. Now you'll see that it has plotted every individual record here, but this is very hard to comprehend. For that reason, you have to click onto this drop down and select this shape option from here. So now it has visualized it in a form of circles, and every record is represented by one circle here, right? And to see various other elements present here, you have to draw. Let's suppose you are taking gender, you have to drag this gender into color, and once you do that, there are two colors of male and men and women, and you can highlight either one of them by clicking onto the particular one. Priyanka, I hope I answered your query. Are you okay with it? And all of you are fine up till here. Did you able to reach out till this point? All right, since there are no replies from your end, I am assuming that you are here up till here. So I'm taking this forward. So this was the, this was the, all right. Thanks, Midila. So now we have to go forward and we will be seeing that how are we, how we highlighted it, how are we creating an area chart over this, right? So this is gender here, and this kind of information is very cluttered, right? It's not easy on eyes, and if you want to comprehend it, it sometimes, you have to point it onto every data point to understand it. That is, again, a challenge for everyone. So you can do an analysis, click on analysis, and again check on aggregate measures. And once you do this, you are seeing these circles with aggregated values, right? And but yeah, these values are not continuous because we have not chosen line here. We did not choose line, and these all are individual records for particular month, right? But we want to learn how to see, we just want to see what all options are there, what all charts are available there, right? If you see, let's suppose we go with this bubble chart. You'll see that, I mean, if you look artistically, this is really very fantastic, right? You'll feel like this is really amazing, the kind of art what has made here. But I don't think so. You can analyze out of it. It's very tough until you are hovering down on each bubble and you're able to see information. So we cannot go with this. Or let's suppose you're going with pie chart. Again, there are so many detail involved in this, so this is also not easily understood, right? And this is our area chart. This is our tree map. Here in tree map, again, there are so many records, and some records are not even fitting into these boxes. So again, this is of no use. So one amazing chart what we can go with is area chart, right? So we'll explore how we can do it. So everyone was till here. Wait. Yeah, we'll select month from here, right? So everyone was till here, right? And we were having our line plotted in this way. So just to see area, we'll just drop this drag and drop option from here, and we'll select area. So once you'll do this, you'll see that the area chart has been plotted. But the utility of this comes into picture when you drop, let's suppose, period into color. Or let's suppose, for that matter, if you select gender and plot it into color. So it will split the area chart into two areas and for each particular gender. Similarly, we can do this for age also. So pick up age and plot it into color. So you can see we were having these age sets of age here, and it will plot individual set with different areas, right? So the blue one is for 16 to 19, and orange one is for 20 to 24 years, and this helps in quite easy for us to visualize, right? And that the information for that area region, for that region, it will come up. But sometimes if you want to make it more detailed, you can click on to unemployed and drag it to label, right? We have discussed already that label shares us the information. So for each area, it is telling the unemployment rate here, right? It has written it, but it seems kind of messy, so I'm just removing this label from here. I'll just drag it and drop it in an open area. So this is our area chart, and if you want to highlight, I'll just click on to these legends and it gets highlighted. So the information, the Excel what we were having before, it has been visualized into area chart now, right? So is everyone fine till here? I'll just repeat it for you guys once more. So how it was, we started from here, right? So everyone was here before we started. We were having a line, a trend line for the particular year, and we can see that for every month between every year we have plotted it in 12 data points for each for everyone for every month, and we can see this. One more thing, I just want to show you that we have plotted the right line just by making you see the database published in unemployed 27 weeks federal database of US, right? So just I'll just make you see that. So you have to go to Google and write unemployment 27 weeks. Since this is a database stretched for a long tenure, you can see the information here, and this is an official website for US unemployment data. And once you'll open it, we have the data set from 2005. So I'll just drag it till 2005, right? And the kind of trend line what is here, the kind of line what we are able to see here is exactly the same what we have plotted. So if you see that out of Excel we visualize this, and these people are plotting it from their source. So I mean, you guys have mastered this approach, how to draw these trend lines or area chart using Tableau. So if you want to see area chart of it, I'll just tell you once more. You just have to drop it down, select area from this, and the area chart will be there. But this is, I mean, there is no use of having area chart in this way. You have to include more areas into it for more categories. To do the same, you will drag age and put that in color. That color of the each region, it gets changed, and you can have the information here, right? And since we have learned about highlighting, we can click on to each highlight and see details about the particular region, right? So is everyone fine up till here? Are you able to catch it up? Any one of you, if you are having doubt, just ping. I'm waiting here for 2 minutes, and we'll go ahead further. We are left with filters now, and we'll see how filters can be really very helpful in selecting particular information. Okay. Can any one of you share your screen and make me see that how did you visualize this? How is the output coming in your screen? Perfect. Yeah, this one is perfect. Yeah. All right. So I think everyone is fine up till here, and we'll proceed further. So see, if you want to select particular information, right, you can just click it on here, and you are seeing that highlighted information for that particular region is shown up here. But what if you want to see information for only this year, right? Or if you, let's suppose, if you plot gender here instead of age, and just you want to see the information for men, no information for women here, how can you do that? For that region, for that region of information, we use filters. So filters are a way, I mean, filters is a way, I mean, by applying filters you can see that the selected information is visible for you. So filters can be applied using just, let's suppose if you want to add filter for age, we'll just drag this, or let's suppose we'll start with the easy one first. We want to add filter for gender. We'll just drag this gender into filter, and it will ask what all do we want to select. So it's better that you should select everything. And wait, guys, you can tell if it, I mean, if the screen was not shared, and again it will be easy for you only. All right. Really sorry for that. I'll do that once more. So filters, you understood the utility. What is the use of filter? It's just I mean, select the kind of information we want to see. So we need not want to see the information of women. We just want to check this region off. In that way, filter can be useful, or in any sort of pre-processing or any sort of visualization. We just want to see a particular chunk of information, and I mean, rejecting the other ones, we use filter for that, right? So the way we were highlighting men or women here, and let's suppose we just want to see the info of this women region, and we need not we don't want to see this men over here, we can use filter. So what you can do is you can just put this gender into filter. It will show you a list what all elements you want to include into your filter. So since we want to use men and women both as an option for us to select our filter, we'll take both and click on apply and OK, right? So now the gender is added into filters, and now if you want to see your filter, you just want to, I mean, you just have to click onto this drop down and select the show filter option from here. So you do this show filter option, you will see that a filter option is visible onto the right side of your screen, and you can select whatever you want. Let's suppose I want to see only men, I'll click on to men. And let's suppose I want to see only women, I mean only men, I'll select only men. And if I want to see only women, I'll just check if women into it, and the information is visible for me, right? And if I want to see both, I'll select all. So this is how a filter works. And I want to add more filters, I can use more options present here. So I'll just want you guys to add filter on the basis of age, and the one who has done it the first, I'd like him to present his screen and show me how is the result coming out for him or her, right? So you have to add a filter using age and follow the same steps what I followed just now. And whosoever is done with this, kindly share their screen so that we can see how did you do that. So I mean, we apply filter just to select the particular information what we want to display from our data. And sometimes when we have a lot of options present out there, we use filters just to segregate what all we want to see. So is anyone done with their filter for age? Okay, can you share that? Fair enough. So for for everyone, I'll just tell you how we did this. There is an option of share screen on the right bottom side of your screen where you will see two square boxes. Just click on that, you will get that option. You have to click one more option to show, to share everything. It will ask you whether you want to share a particular window or share everything. Just click on share everything, it will come. All right, Zone, then probably it's some technical glitch and we are not able to follow it up with it. So never mind. Are you able to reach out till this point, or is everyone on the same page? Is anyone stuck? All right, first I'll tell you how did we apply the gender filter and or the age filter also, so that you can learn it one more time. Yeah. So this was the option. You have to drag gender into the filter pane and you have to select all the values what you want into your filter. So I'm selecting both men and women and clicking on OK. Since I have added gender into filter but I'm not able to see it, but to make it visible you have to right click onto it and click on show filter. Once you do that, you'll find a filter present onto the right side of your window. You can select whatever information you want to see here. Similarly, we can do this for age as well. Just click on age, drag it into the filter option here, and it will ask what all values you want to include into filter. These values are the same values what you want to see into this filter coming onto your right hand side of your window, right? So I want everything here. So I'll select use all, or what you can do is you can individually select these all values and click on apply. So once you do that, you'll see that this age is also coming into this filters option and